hear some more too. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and for episode 134, we're reviewing Antman and the Wasp, Quantamania. Antman and the Wasp, Quantamania is directed by Peyton Reed, written by Jeff Loveness, cinematography by Bill Pope, edited by Adam Gerstle and Laura Jennings, with music by Christoph Beck. Production company was Marvel Studios, distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, and a release date of February 6, 2023 at the Regency Village Theater and February 17, 2023 across the wider United States. Ant-Man 3 has a runtime of 124 minutes, and we don't know the budget. Most likely with a budget of $200 million, as of February 19, 2023, it has brought in $225 million worldwide. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, has a 48% tomato meter with 298 reviews, one of only 2 Marvel movies to be considered rotten by the critics, and an 84% audience score with 2,500 plus verified ratings. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, has a 48 Metascore with 60 critic reviews and a 6.2 user score with 252 reviews. But the only people whose opinions matter are ours, and you're going to get 10 minutes of spoiler-free starting now. What the heck are these critics talking about, bro? What are they talking about?
I don't know, man.
I was reading some of the reports.
I don't know
right?
either. Go ahead.
And some of it, like, they're like, oh, this is a plot hole. And I'm like, you didn't see Ant-Man 2. It's not a plot hole. And then I'm like, if you see any Ant-Man, because this feels like an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
Like, this is how the other 2 movies are. And they're literally like, oh, this movie doesn't do, like, Ant-Man does, like, doesn't do comedy, like, right in this movie. I'm like, it's the same style comedy in the first 2.
Yeah, it's the
like,
same.
Isn't it? I thought so, too. Yeah. But I liked this movie better than the other 2 Ant-Mans.
I personally like this movie better than the second one for sure. The first one, I'm still debating.
Second one's definitely mid. The second one is just mid. Sure. There's no arguing that, I don't think. But like, this. Yeah. Go ahead, Eric. I want to know.
I think I like this one better than the first 2 Ant-Man. Yeah.
This movie's just fun. I don't know how critics don't think that this movie is fun.
Maybe because the trailers gave off like a serious vibe. And it turned out to be like more joking.
This dude's talking about movies. But this dude's also like half the movie he's talking about committing genocide.
But no,
it's pretty fucking serious, man. I don't know.
A lot of critics are saying like, he jokes during serious moments or whatever, but it's just like he's done that in every single movie he's been in.
Character.
That's his personality, yeah.
Yeah. And like and I felt the dramatic points were good dramatically. And I felt there was maybe a couple times where I was like, okay, maybe that joke didn't land, so then it doesn't work. But overall,
we can talk more in spoilers where you think that happened, because I'm interested to see what you guys think or where you think it faltered.
There's like one specific dramatic scene. I just wish that scene carried out the whole movie, or like that feeling that he gave carried out throughout the whole film.
Super interested. The spoilers can't come soon enough, fellas. I'll tell you what.
It's hard to talk about these types of movies, I feel.
I think the cast overall did a very good job.
Very good? So where does very good sit on a scale of 1 to 10? And so, like, and which cast are you talking about?
So as a whole, I think I'd give it like a 7, but there are some like 9 and 10 performances in there.
I'll take that.
Because some of the people kill it, and the other people are a little underwhelming.
I'd agree with that.
I don't think it's spoilers to say who killed it. Jonathan Majors is fantastic in everything.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we've seen enough of him so far with Loki and this to realize, like, okay, he can carry the rest of this.
But they're also two different characters.
Correct.
Like, it's not even just he did the same thing again. This is 2 vastly different characters with different thoughts, feelings, like motives. Like, he's not even just doing the same guy.
Yeah, so they asked him about it, and they're like, "Oh, would you take from the Loki character, and then like, did you bring into Kang?" And he says, "Nothing. They're 2 totally different characters. I portray them as they were 2 totally different people."
Yeah, because he has to. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Like, the character of Kang doesn't work if he portrays every Kang exactly the same.
Correct.
Because they're not.
and I think his execution is really good.
Oh man,
I think the casting, and I think the thing with this is like this is obviously like this movie may be a little more stepping stone than people wanted, but like also too, it's the beginning of Phase 5. They're still setting up stuff with Kang. Like there's my thing with the MCU is, does the Avengers movie pay off or not? Like if it pays off, I'm good, because like if not, I'm like okay, it did what it was supposed to. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes, and like this movie standalone on itself, I think is still pretty good. But like I think like what it's going to do going forward for the franchise, like later on, we're gonna be like, oh wow, that set up so much stuff. That's like what made this part great.
Is it? Did it set
I
up
don't
a
know if I
lot?
like
though?
that though. Yeah, I feel like it kind of open close shit.
This movie,
I mean,
open
I
and
guess-
close shit.
I guess not really because of the end, but
Yeah, the very end credit scene sets up the rest of the what are they calling like the overarching stories?
It
So it's
says
not
it
a
on
phase,
there.
but something above it.
It's like is it the multiverse saga is what they're calling
Oh,
it?
right, it's sagas. That's what they're calling it. So
Yeah.
the end credits of this movie sets up the rest of the saga.
Yeah,
More so than anything, I would argue, other than Loki in Phase 4.
I would say so.
I
I mean, I feel like other people dabble with it. Loki and Ant-Man have really like gone into it.
dude, oh man, fucking hurry up! This timer's pissing me off. I need it to be over with. So who else did you think was great? So clearly we all agree Jonathan Majors was great. Who else do you guys
I think Michelle
was great?
Pfeiffer was underutilized. I think it's easier to say like who wasn't great, I guess, or who wasn't.
But I think in her moment
utilized.
she really shined though. Like
Did
'cause
she?
I don't
thought
know.
so.
I don't think so. She was just kind of a plot device.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her. So I've seen a lot of people complaining that Michael Douglas was underused.
I mean, he was, but like
I don't think so. The story,
he disappears for like
but the story's not about him.
for sure.
Yeah. So like, what you're talking about a side character being underutilized? I don't think so.
And he has
I
a
think
pretty
the-
big like step in like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without spoiling it, like it's we'll probably talk more about what happens with his character.
I wouldn't say probably. I think we absolutely will.
I
He plays a
don't
major
love-
role in the movie
Yeah.
towards the very end.
I don't
He's
love
dead.
the recasting of Cassie. Like I don't
Bro,
like.
I hate that shit. I feel like the girl
Wait, who?
before was much more believable as the daughter of Paul Rudd.
I think because like the way the movie
Cassie, his
starts off
daughter.
with Cassie, like, and they like kind of like
Who was it before?
the
Some no-name actress, I think.
yeah, it was like her only big
Oh.
role, like, and she was just in
Oh,
Endgame.
I see now.
Yeah.
But like the
But
issue
she's
with it, they want
fantastic. She was a good
Yeah.
actor.
so this actress has done a lot of other things, so they wanted someone to like because she's obviously a big part of this movie and going to be a big part going forward in the MCU.
Yeah.
But like, I think I don't know if they wanted to change the character because of just that. But like, even when she starts off, where she like her first scene where we're introduced to the new Cassie, I'm like, I could see the other one doing that, but maybe they want someone that they think could play off like that role better.
Yeah, I think the other one was a little too girl next story.
Yeah,
And this new Cassie, I think they totally changed from what we saw the 3 minutes that we spent with the old Cassie. She was more like the loving daughter who just missed her dad, and this one is like, nah, I'm a
Proactive.
badass. Yeah.
Well, the first one was docile. This one's a rebel. Like she's
Yeah.
a rebel, and
Yep.
I wonder if that's why. And now with them changing the actors, maybe it's a little more easy to believe that because I don't know if I would have believed that first actress in that same part. Like,
Right. But I also
So-
didn't think the character was going to go that way.
no, I didn't either.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know it was like a actor switch.
This is now the third time in as many movies that they've done a different Cassie. Our fourth time, maybe? Did they
No,
even
so
show
it's the-
Cassie in the second movie?
So no, she's in there. Yeah, the
Okay.
second movie, but she's still the little girl.
Yeah, the
actress.
little
Okay,
kid.
okay.
Yeah.
The only reason they create so then they do the time jump, and then they have the actress in Endgame, and then now they did this movie and a new actress. It's also weird because like the actress, the new one, naturally has blue eyes, so like her like dark hair is like not really working for me. Like,
Isn't that her
aesthetically.
natural hair color, though?
No, her natural hair color is blonde, but they gave her the dark hair to match the
Like
other
blonde
character.
blonde? Because her hair is like dirty blonde.
Yeah, but it's like more blonde. Like this is like a maroon blonde. Not blonde,
looks pretty
brown.
dirty in these photos.
Yeah, from the red carpet.
Yeah.
Oh, she was blonder, I guess, when she was younger. In
Yeah,
other
I've-
roles, she has blonder hair.
Yeah, because I've seen her in a lot of like Netflix and one-off shows and stuff like that, and she's always had like blonde hair.
Yeah, she got blonde hair here.
And she's also in Detective
I
Pikachu.
thought-
She has pretty blonde hair.
Is she?
I thought she was aight.
Yeah, she's the girl in Detective Pikachu.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, with the side duck.
Yeah. That's cool.
But like, I don't know. Like, I think that I don't know if it was the writing for her character or her timing, but it felt a little off.
Bro, she felt off, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she just wasn't used to acting in front of a green screen.
Yeah,
Because it looked
in front
like
of Paul Rudd.
yeah,
Paul
she's
Rudd's real,
starstruck.
like, but Paul Rudd's style of comedy is all about timing. Like,
Yeah.
and they just weren't hitting together.
No,
And-
she wasn't hitting. Paul Rudd hits. My man don't know how to not hit.
But like when Paul Rudd would have like dramatic scenes and he'd throw in a joke, I believed it. When she would have dramatic scenes and throw in a joke, I'd be like, oh, it feels forced.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she just needs to get more comfortable in the universe.
More time with Paul Rudd, maybe, and then she'll figure it out.
Maybe Paul Rudd was just being overbearing. You're right. It was Paul Rudd's misses, not hers.
I mean, she was just thrown in this movie, though. It's not like this thing is Antman.
Does she have a name?
So she's
Cassie
probably going to be Stature.
No, but she doesn't have like a superhero.
Everybody from the family, like from the Ant-Man family, takes on 6 different personas. So it's really, they're going to put all the names on a dartboard and throw the dart. And then that's what character she's going to be.
Cassie specifically is either going to be evil or good. If she's evil, she'll be like Stinger. And if she's like not, she'll be, well, she got big. She's probably going to be Stature, which is like her big persona.
That's it. Spoiler free's over. So that means on the count of 3, we're going to give thumbs up, thumbs down what we think about Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantamania. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Thumbs down.
No, I don't think it's thumbs down. You're crazy.
It's a thumbs down for me personally.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to hear
Just wait till it comes on Walt Disney or whatever.
Okay, so your thumbs down is don't even go to the movies to see it. But I couldn't disagree more.
Don't risk getting COVID.
Oh, okay, that's why. I think going to see the shit in IMAX is worth risking getting COVID.
I think they usually do better than you think, is why I say.
Well, we'll discuss it more. And you can go see that discussion by clicking that button in the top right-hand corner. Thanks for listening to our spoiler-free thoughts on Ant-Man 3. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right, I'm going to click that and then click that. Spoiler. The what? This one? This? That I have here? Yeah. It is pretty cool. All right, we're in spoilers. Michael Douglas comes back with an entire army of ants, and it's rad. They're the coolest shit. They're the coolest version of ants.
Okay, so they are cool, but it just makes fucking Kang look like a bitch.
This version of Kang is a bitch.
He's not the Kang.
No, he's not the Kang. He is a version of Kang the Conqueror. But so they call him specifically the Exiled One. So this wasn't even the Conqueror. He called himself the Conqueror, but everybody else, the rest of the Kangs in the Kang dynasty call him the Conqueror. Or the Exiled One.
This totally changes my perspective on the movie.
So if you remember, in Loki, that Kang was He Who Remains. So he was the last Kang who was making sure that there were no branching timelines, because if you had a branching timeline, then you would create more Kangs, right? So Loki and what was girl Loki's name?
Something with L,
Sexy
too,
Loki. Sylvie and Sexy Loki, they kill He Who Remains, which means all these other Kangs get spawned. They are both Sexy Loki. That's why I called them both Sexy Loki just now. Yeah. But so they kill He Who Remains, which is what spawns all of the Kangs that we see in the second end credit scene of this movie, and also spawns the Kang from the other end credit scene, who is apparently an actual also character from the comics. So this Kang that we see is the Exiled One. They're the one that gets thrown out because he was being a rabble-rouser. But there is another Kang, if I'm understanding the movie correctly, who will become the Conqueror. And this is the Kang...
It's the one that he's warning people of that's coming.
Right, yeah. The Kang from Loki.
He says me, but he means like the Kang the Conqueror.
He means a variant, sure.
Yeah.
So like I'm pretty sure the main one's going to stem from like the Fantastic Four. because like I'm pretty sure that is like the King, which is Reed Richards' father, right?
No. It's Nathaniel Richards, who is a far off descendant of Reed Richards.
Okay, gotcha. I knew it was something with that, like
family.
Because that's.
Go ahead, Eric.
That's my main problem with the movie was
this dude's a bitch.
So they talk him up, right? Fucking
I mean, no,
not Hope.
Janet.
Janet talks him up like he's the most powerful being, and then he fucking literally obliterates all the extras in one fucking blast. Yet with Antman and all them, they get hit with the blast, but nothing happens.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but if you look,
it's like plot armor.
No.
But
The wave or whatever that he shoots never kills anybody. I don't think it's the It's the arm blast that kill people.
No, that's what I mean. Those, yeah.
He doesn't shoot them with him. I don't think. Does he?
He does.
Does he?
He straight up hits them.
I mean, I'm sure he kills some people, but some of those.
No. I know the extras die. I see them get fucking melted.
Extras.
I'm trying to remember if he hits the main cast with it at all.
He did. He does. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, they're fine. I'm like, oh, it's probably the suit or some shit. I don't know.
My man put his hand. He tried to put his hand through that fucking force field and nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
The suit must be made out of vibranium, then, right?
It has to be, right? That's like that's the only thing I can explain it.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at her perspective, though,
who
she came from,
Janet.
Okay.
Like, what power had she seen before that time?
Right.
She was in like the 70s. They were like not doing much, and then she went down to there. So when you can see someone having like that technology
traversal, is crazy to her.
Yeah, because like now the PIM particles can do the same stuff. Like, but at the time she couldn't even fathom that type of technology.
But I mean, who knows what she saw though when she touched his mind though, you know?
Well, no, but
they only showed a snippet.
So what we're saying is your problem with it was you thought that he was weak, and she talked him up. But like, you can't look at it from the omnipotent view that we have as viewers. You have to look at it through her eyes, where the most destructive weapon she had ever seen was the atom bomb. And this motherfucker's talking about jumping realities and melting people. I would come back and be like, y'all don't fucking get it. We're this big compared to this guy. Like,
and then
like
why is she? And
she's
why
never
did
even
she
seen
just mess
Thanos.
up?
Yeah, she has no idea what a Thanos is. Whereas, Ant-Man saw Thanos and was like, I beat his ass with me and the boys. We stomped his shit, ran his pockets, and everything was okay.
Because as soon as Thanos comes, like, she gets snapped away. And then she didn't see any of the New York stuff because she was in the quantum realm. So, like, she's missed all these big events. She's never seen Ultron. She's never seen any of this. So her power scaling is off of, like, oh, yeah, this guy's really strong compared to Nazis.
Yeah, like, compared to the Nazis, and that's it. I guess
And then my problem, I guess, was I thought he was the king, you know? So I was like, oh, this is supposed to be the player, the next baddie. But it wasn't.
So, little shout out to Eric Voss from New Rockstars. He made a video where he talked about how we only see him get sucked into the core. We don't see him die. We don't see the last breath. And we know that once you dive deep enough into the core, the only thing that happens is your mind starts to fracture if you don't have a center. So his center is killing Ant-Man. I guarantee he's going to make it out. This king will show up again in Secret Wars probably.
But like the only thing I could think of if they're saying like he may become so much powerful, but then when you get but he could also be dead. It's either or. But the thing with it, you got to think of what Ant-Man was saying at the end of the movie, where he's like, "Oh, was this guy the good guy? Is there something coming worse? Like, did I make the wrong decision?"
I'm not gonna lie, that tripped me the fuck up. I was like, wait, he fucking did say that.
I mean, my man had a panic attack, but he also never met He Who Remains. So he, just like just how Janet didn't have any frame of reference, Scott's got no frame of reference. He has no idea. He has no idea also how much worse the other guys are. But like clearly this Kang, along with all the other Kangs we see at the very end, they're all unhinged. Only the most
pieces of shit.
Yeah, only the most unhinged ones survived.
But like those, like him and those other three are like, so they're like probably the most powerful, and then whoever the King is. Like, those are probably the top 5. And then everyone else might be a minion.
Like an Egyptian one.
And I mean
then
actual
one had
minion,
like
the little
a
yellow
suit
dudes.
on.
So those are all actual characters from Marvel history who were actual Avenger-level threats who were then retconned into being Kangs. So if you like, comics.
There were other characters.
Comics are stupid. They're the dumbest shit. They're convoluted. They're stupid. But
they write themselves into corners all the time.
So they were villains that the Avengers beat, and then out of nowhere, some writer was like, actually, they were Kang from different universes.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Because those guys are supposed to be different races too.
Yeah.
Like.
Like the Egyptian guy's an actual Egyptian.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't see a Fu Manchu Kang, and he's just like stroking his beard.
I thought the one in the middle was his mustache was going, but I was like, I don't know.
So far, that's my only issue with the multiverse stuff is like, so wait, why is like Spider-Man and Loki the only ones that have different actual variants? Everyone else looks the same.
It's the same guy.
Someone was saying they were like, oh, that sketch looks like a SNL sketch. The way Jonathan Majors is playing all those people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We're frozen on. I don't know.
I think it's Joey because I see us moving on the bottom.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Well, we're only frozen in Discord.
It's Discord. Don't worry about Discord. Y'all look great on mine.
Okay, good.
It's good on Twitch.
Okay, we're solid then.
Oh, but Enrique Policios, thank you so much for the subscription.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Enrique.
Go ahead, James.
But like, I just think like overall, like I think his ability, Jonathan Majors is right. That's his name.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His ability to portray so many different characters is what's gonna make this work. Like, if they got that casting wrong, they were screwed.
I mean, like, what's his name? Who played Thanos?
Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin could never. He was Thanos, and that's it. Even
he was one-man Thanos.
Even his two Thanoses were exactly the same. Like,
for sure.
Like there was no differences in them, and those were actually different dudes.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, look at just Jonathan Majors. He's gonna be in Creed. He just did that Air Force movie.
This is the best Creed 3 prequel I've ever seen. It's gonna be so good,
dude. Bro, you see him punching Antman, dude?
Yeah,
holy
when
shit!
He was working Antman, I was like, dude, Michael B. Jordan's in trouble, dude. Killmonger's done.
Killmonger's variant is done.
Although, what they needed to do is rip off more of his fucking shit so he can see.
I was telling Alex, I was like, I don't want to spoil anything, but Jonathan Majors deserves to be the sexiest man alive until the day he dies.
Ripped off one arm, but even with the one arm, dude, I was like, damn.
My man is cut. He's too strong. Yeah. If he would have ripped both of them off, that'd have been it.
They couldn't because they're like they couldn't have him show off his Creed body like because he's not gonna be that big like the rest of the time.
Yeah, I was like, damn, they're gonna have this man fully covered neck to toe for the entire movie until he starts just fucking like, squaring up.
Oh man, it's like Kumail, dude.
It was, it was some Kumail shit.
But yeah, I'm just the only thing the only plot hole I saw that I was like, okay, could be a legitimate plot hole was in the end of Ant-Man 2 when he gets stuck into the quantum realm. Janet is there with them while they're doing that, and I'm like, oh,
who's there?
So Eric Voss also talked about this in that new Rockstars video I watched.
Okay, I haven't seen it. But...
She knew that was a void pocket. So she knew that he wasn't getting far enough into the quantum realm to even be able to find people there, because she was essentially like, go here, you're going to get the healing particles, and then you're going to come back out. And that's the reason too why time was dilated, and for him it was 5 hours, but in the real world it was 5 years.
Because a lot of people are saying that, where it's like, oh no, that's why they say time pocket, because, and that's why the ants, they say, oh, they went in a time pocket.
Yeah, they aged 1,000 years in a day or whatever.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, because people are like, oh, so did they just? It was like, was it Looper or was it Watch Mojo?
Looper. Oh,
it was one of those. It was one of those type of stations.
I thought you were talking about the movie, and I was like, bro, why are you referencing Looper?
I mean, Looper does some stuff like that. Though. If any movie did it was that. So, one of those YouTube channels posted being like, "Oh, the biggest plot hole or whatever," and they're like,
"That's a Looper
so what do they
thing.
do?
It's a Looper thing."
Yeah. Did they? She was like, so did they wait out three weeks or whatever? How do they know how long he was in there? And it's just like they're not in a time pocket.
Yeah, it's the same.
Literally says, I don't know how time works here. And
that one's Eric. That was Eric.
In that area.
Hold on, wait. Yeah, now you can start talking. Your face was cut off, so it was like you were like a boy from Home Improvement. So you're like from that area.
So we now have gathered enough information saying time is relatively relative on in the actual.
Yeah, it's 1-to-1 with us in the quantum realm for the most part.
Correct.
Yeah.
But if you're in a time pocket, all bets are off.
Right. And so Janet knew that he would only go into a time pocket and he wouldn't get far enough to attract Kang.
Yeah, that's the only thing where it's like, okay, I think in that moment she should have said like, hey, let's not do this because like you never know what could happen.
She needed the healing particles though.
True. But also she tells him not to get stuck in a time pocket. So like where she probably was like, hey, go base layer, get in, get out, make sure you don't get trapped. But then they got snapped, so he got stuck.
Yeah, he was shit out of luck.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it.
People hated MODOK. I liked it.
Bro, how do you hate MODOK? He was a bit.
He's supposed to be like that type of character though.
Yeah,
right?
he's a joke character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peyton Oswalt voiced him for the MODOK show. So like, what do you expect? Like,
yeah.
Like, what do you like?
It was a little unsettling though. Like, I know he is like a face like that, and I only know him from like Capcom versus Marvel.
Yeah.
Fighting games.
I mean, the only difference is like, okay, his mask is what he's supposed to look like, and then when he takes his mask out, like comic, like in the comic perspective, but then his actual face is old boy.
No. He doesn't look like the mask in the comics. He looks
similar to the mask.
No way. He looks exactly like
a baby face.
Yeah, he doesn't look menacing. He is 100% exactly how they portrayed him here. Yeah, MODOK. He might have a mask in the comics, but like. It's a face, right. Bro. That's
You're
skin.
Totally right. Yeah, that's skin.
No, what I'm saying though is like I think the mask outside of like the angry face looks closer to like the comic character, like. But then his face is just boy stretched out.
Well, right, because it's a drawing. Yeah. Like, but there are frames. I'm gonna post this one here. There are frames where it's just a dude. It's just a dude's face stretched out.
Yeah, but I've only seen the dude's face. I haven't seen like a mask over his shit yet.
Yeah.
But like, of course, you can make it look more menacing when it's a mask. But like, it is really just old boy.
But I think they did the mask because to me the mask looks more like the actual comic stills, and then because his face was gonna look like actual comic stills. And then plus, they also don't want you to know it's Darren right away.
Right. I think that's more so why they did the mask.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
But like...
MODOK's so weird looking. I don't know. People are like, oh, I'm unsettled by it. But it's like...
He's an unsettling character. I think they did a fantastic job with the design. It looks really good.
I really liked it. I like the fact that I think his whole armor was cool with the mask. And then when he even takes it off and you see it's Darren, I loved it. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
And But so their interactions, I think, weren't great either with Cassie. Like
she is not great. She's just not great in this movie. I've seen her great in other movies.
Yeah, she was in a Netflix show called Society that got canceled after one season because of the pandemic. Fantastic.
It got canceled because Netflix is a fucking tyrant. All right, don't blame it on the pandemic. Netflix sucks ass.
Netflix.
Yeah. But it should have got another season. But like. And like even she was solid in Detective Pikachu. She played like a whiny role. But I don't know. There was just something about this role, and I don't know. Like they need to make some changes going forward because I did not like her character.
I think it was just her. I think it was the actor.
I think she was just all right.
But like everybody,
bare minimum.
A ton of different actors have problems acting in movies like this. Like what's his name? Ian McKellen, who plays
Obi-Wan.
Nope, that's Ewan McGregor. I'm talking about Ian McKellen, who plays Gandalf. He was Magneto. Like when he was doing, he is Magneto. When he was doing the Hobbit movies, he was like, or it was one of the Lord of the Rings movies. He was like, bro, this green screen shit is ass. I can't act out here on this fucking green screen, dog. Like
who else recently said that?
Bale didn't like it recently.
Yeah, Bale.
Yeah.
But like you also saw that in the movie where it's like, damn, fucking green screen sucks ass.
But I guess Detective Pikachu wasn't green screen, or was it? I mean, you had the Pikachu shit, so I don't know.
Nah, bro, most of it was either in a city or out in a field. There's no green screen needed.
Because the rest of that, like, that'd be the only role where I could see her having done it. The rest of her roles are all like...
But most of it, she's acting off of Justice Smith or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, she might have to squeeze her Psyduck or whatever, but even then it's like you give her a big Psyduck. Yeah. And it's like, this is your boy.
Yeah.
I also didn't like how the blue dudes were just the stormtroopers of this fucking galaxy.
Dude, this is Marvel Star Wars. and I
Yeah.
fucked with
It
it.
really
heavy.
is.
I love it.
But like the MCU is always gonna do some non-faced like characters so they can kill a bunch of them with no one saying anything.
Yeah, you have to be okay with Scott and Cassie murdering people, which most
Yeah.
people are not going to be okay with.
Yeah. I thought those the Rebellion guys were pretty good, like the main cast. Like,
Dude, the ships
glue-
were so cool.
Yeah, that
the
was
Ghoul
so
guy
super
was
unique.
fantastic.
Yeah.
The guy that could read minds from The Good Place was pretty good. I thought he was funny.
He's great in everything. He's so
Yeah.
good.
He's also in Midsummer, right?
Yes, he is in Midsommar. He's the one who
The main barbarian chick.
who what is she
Pretty
in?
cool.
Yeah, she looks so familiar, and I
We've
forgot to
seen
look
her
her
in
up
I
afterwards.
some-
looked her up.
What's she in?
Who's she, Eric? Who is she?
I don't know, man.
What?
You looked it up and
Then
you
you
got
didn't
no
look it up.
information?
I forgot.
Bill Murray? I don't like Bill Murray. Throw this
Bill
motherfucker
Murray's
in the
just
trash.
Bill Murray and everything.
Throw him in the
dude.
trash. I don't even
I
care.
agree with you, Joey.
Burn
I
him.
agree. Like,
He's the most
cool.
overrated dude. Nah, I don't think he's ever
he
been
was
cool.
And back in the day, he was cool.
No, what was he cool
Now
in?
it's just like-
Zombieland, he's good.
Zombieland, he's fine.
Now it's just like, oh, we need an old white dude. Who are we gonna get?
Yeah.
Kurt Russell isn't here this week, so
I think he's so overrated. I think people who nut over Bill Murray need to wake up.
I think it could have
Because
been
there's-
anyone else, and it would have been fine.
They could have gotten Jeff Goldblum back, and it would have been better.
Oh, dude, Jeff Goldblum.
At least Jeff Goldblum is sexy. Bill Murray is just fucking old and gross.
I did find those scenes funny though.
Or what if they got John
Yeah, but-
Leguizamo, dude?
It would have been fun.
Yeah.
It would have been funny with anybody because the situation was funny. It almost
was a
would have been
situation
funnier
thing.
if the guy was hot. And it's like, I
that's
know
what
why
I'm saying.
Michelle Pfeiffer was
Yeah.
slanging and banging.
If she was a little younger, if he was a little younger too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do like though that she was like, I had needs, and Michael Douglas or Hank
had
was like,
needs too.
I had needs too, but I only ever dated one person and it was only once. And she goes,
Yeah.
what happened? Why didn't it work? She wasn't you, baby. I was like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
smooth with
holy
it.
shit.
I definitely thought that as
It
well.
was fucking Hank Riz, dude. Oh,
That-
so
They
good.
don't call him Hank Riz for nothing, dude.
He was just
I mean,
so
that is Michelle Pfeiffer, dude. I mean, she's an icon.
yeah, and Michael
That was
Douglas is a normal
underutilized.
looking dude. She was hella underutilized. She could have done so much more. She was just like frozen in fucking fear the whole movie.
Like, I don't get why she didn't just tell him, dude. Right straight up.
Well, you could look at it maybe as like PTSD, and like she couldn't talk about it
Yeah.
because she had seen all those people die, and it was just too
Yeah.
much to even bring back up. Because it almost seems like she experienced it like she was there.
Yeah.
So like maybe it was just too much
She
for
saw
her to even
multiple
handle.
genocides.
He built
Yeah.
a lot of stuff though. Like, and you figure it's only been 5 years since she's had that, and for her it was only it wasn't 5 years.
No, it was
It didn't
like
stick,
30
right?
minutes or whatever.
Yeah, because like she came back
Well,
from the snap, and
what's the time
whatever.
difference between this and Endgame?
Yeah, that'd be the time she's experienced outside of that world.
Right, and that's like
And it's not
literally
long,
it.
It's a couple months.
Yeah, yeah. So like she's still reeling from the fact she's even just happy to not be in the quantum realm anymore.
For sure. Eat regular food.
Yeah, she's not eating those goop dogs anymore.
What was the
You
character's
posted it.
name though?
Who,
I don't think
can't-
they even gave her a name.
bro?
man.
You're gonna have to go to IMDb.
I'm on IMDb. They got
Oh my
they got
God.
they got
It's-
people
it's
listed
Katie
from all three
O'Brien.
movies.
Katie O'Brien as Gentora.
Katie O'Brien.
I don't think they ever said her name in the movie.
No, they didn't.
No, they did.
No,
No way.
They did. Yeah.
She was
Which
in
is why you could
Student
remember
7,
I can't.
Submerge, Finders Keepers, Remedy or Killer, Richard Watson Files, Rain, Power Rangers Zenith, Gnawbone,
That's
Fantasy,
I think where I've seen her is in a Power
Divisible,
Rangers thing.
Sidewinder, Sweet Girl,
What's her name again?
Antman,
Katie O'Brien.
Katie O'Brien.
Why'd you just say Katie? It's an A.
Katie. She's in The Walking Dead, I guess.
She was in Star Wars. That's where I remember her from.
Comms officer.
Yeah. But her face is strikingly
I feel like
familiar.
I'm finding the wrong Katie O'Brien.
No, you're not. This is her.
Is she blonde?
Yep, you're finding the wrong Katie O'Brien, brother. How'd you spell it?
Oh, this is. I just put Katie
Katie
and it's like,
M.
Bro,
Katie
how the
M.
fuck did you
O'Brien.
spell it? I know you put Katie, but how'd you spell it?
oh, okay, I found her. It's the M.
bitch.
I spelled it the right way, but I didn't have the M part.
I typed in Katie O'Brien
no.
and it was fine.
Yeah, you had to have spelled Katie wrong.
No, do I think if anything I spelled O'Brien wrong?
Either way,
Bro,
you spelled
how?
it wrong.
I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that. I'm
Brien.
Bro, I'm typing Katy space OBR and there's no blonde women. So what'd you
Okay.
misspell?
Katie.
I
Katie.
asked you how you
Oh
spell
my
Katie. I
God.
asked you that. You motherfucker.
Yo, she's from Indy though. What up?
We need to go back to how this motherfucker misspelled
Yeah.
Katie because I asked him and he's like, I spelled Katie right. No, you didn't.
I mean, Katie Kitie is the way you spell it.
I mean,
right?
her first television role was playing Katie on AMC's The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I saw that.
She played the savior.
Oh.
So like she's been in a ton of
She's
stuff.
a
But it's not a
scumfuck
TV show.
bastard then.
She's a scumfuck bastard for sure. She's a bad dude.
She's in The Mandalorian. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I've seen her and stuff because her face is familiar. But I've seen a ton of these shows. She's just like a character
she's just
that's there.
she's a bit part.
Yeah.
So wait, is she Native American? I couldn't tell.
I mean,
they had her
I
in the
believe it.
headdress, and I was like, "Oh man, that's cool. Native American women are really getting some cool
I
representation."
don't think so.
But Katie O'Brien, she white as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought it was just cool, like resistance get up, like that resistance drip.
I don't know, man. Rick's
Like
people
a
never
cheat
had
is-
drip like
I think
that.
they're still in culture then. If that's the
Yeah,
case.
it sounds like it. I
King got a
can't.
regular wiki.
No,
Oh,
she
you-
does. I found it.
Alright,
But she,
yeah,
but she was
found it.
good. Talk about underutilized. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Dude, she was making those people disappear.
She really
Her
was.
sword or whatever she had.
That
like,
staff-
It was so powerful, dude.
It was rad. She was just melting motherfuckers.
who knows what the fuck that was?
I don't know, but I want it.
I
And
need
the,
it.
and the thing with like this power of the sun in his eye.
I'm not
whatever
gonna lie,
that
he
thing
got
was.
done bogus, dude. Kane,
But that was
man just absorbed it and said, "Bada boom, bada bang."
He fucking waterbended that shit.
yeah, he did.
He was-
He was energy bending crazy.
Dude, it reminded me of the scene in X-Men: The First Class where he
Yeah.
kills Darwin. I was
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Where he does him dirty, you mean?
He
Filthy.
does him dirty.
What the hell was I gonna say?
I think marketing did me wrong on this fucking movie. I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought
What
it was gonna be
marketing?
way darker. I thought it was gonna be way darker than and not as funny.
But it's an
And then I
Ant-Man
thought-
movie.
and
then I
Paul
thought-
Rudd's a star.
No, I thought I was like, oh man, they're going serious. They're like doing a fucking
My dude
Thor,
almost died at the
Thor
end.
Ragnarok or whatever.
This movie though was way more serious than the other two.
100%.
Yeah.
There were actual stakes in
Yeah.
in these movies.
But like people also were complaining like, oh, this movie has like no repercussions, and it's just like it clearly has repercussions. They
Yeah.
might have
Very
killed
end.
the wrong Kane. Maybe this Kane
Yeah.
actually was good.
I mean, it was literally now Earth is on Kang's map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the very end, they were like, "Oh,
They were
fuck.
like-
they're killing Kangs now. We gotta go whoop their asses."
Yeah.
And then
Now
I
we-
guess it was my fault for thinking it was Kang the Conqueror.
Yes,
We
that
need to
was
do
your
our new
fault for sure.
segment called "Read Those Reviews" because I'm sure they're terrible.
I'm gonna read these reviews.
They are terrible, all of them.
Like some of them was
Overall,
like,
it's another lackluster blockbuster.
There's no way, dude. I won't accept that.
Nothing more than a desperate money grab for Marvel, overplaying an already weak minor character to buy time for the next phase.
They're crazy.
I do
Jonathan
think Ant-Man
Majors
and them are
is great.
side characters.
Ant-Man is a side character, yeah.
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 But if you give him a movie, like I don't like. What do you expect? Like,
Would this
you're
have
like,
been better as a TV show?
No.
I don't think so either. The story wasn't thick enough for that.
It's
Yeah,
thin,
it wasn't.
it's thin.
They couldn't stretch it out that far.
But he's a side
No.
character, so like,
Maybe it could develop Cassie better, and we would have liked it better.
you mean she would have
Maybe-
gotten time to learn how to fucking act?
Correct.
Yeah.
She'd had 50 hours of filming.
Yeah.
Maybe
Should've gotten
make it hour 40. Cut out Cassie altogether.
Cut her out.
But okay, so you gotta get Wasp captured then, because if not,
Yeah.
Scott doesn't have anything to do.
He's got
Yeah,
an ADR wife over top of my daughter. Give me back my wife.
Also, yeah, the Wasp wasn't like she barely did anything. I feel.
Dude, they
I
were
mean, she
just
saved him at the very end, but like,
They need to stop calling this Ant-Man and Wasp and just call it
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
I mean, I'm sure she thought she was gonna have a bigger part.
I mean, when your name's in the title, like this isn't a Mary Jane saying this, in
I
Spider-Man
think
3.
the ants had more screen time than she did, man.
No way, get
Maybe
out of
some different,
here.
man.
But this movie's good though, right? I know Eric hated it because he doesn't know shit about shit, but like, this
Yeah, I
movie's
don't know
good.
shit about shit.
So like there is no universe out there where Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania is a good movie. It ain't this one. Oh, there is a universe out there. But it's just like, what does that mean?
Bro, what do you mean? They're saying that there is a universe in the infinite that is the multiverse. There's one
But this ain't
universe
that, Chief.
where it's good, and we're not in that universe.
But like, what's your reason? Just it's not good.
There is
like,
none.
give me
They don't
some
like
reason,
it.
yeah.
They wrote that just to have a quip, a Quantamanium joke. That's all they wanted.
The
They don't
once
have to give
playful
you a
runt
reason,
of
though,
the
you know?
Marvel litter has come down with a case of bloated excess, and despite likable Paul Rudd as Ant-Man and a POW villain in Jonathan Majors, the third time is not a charm for a sequel that ignores its own rule. Less is more.
Is that the rule? I don't know
ABC
that they've
News.
ever set that up.
I've seen all the movies. Who determines that? What does that mean?
Yeah, who said that rule? I'm trying to. These people
Yeah.
are legit just out here trying to talk shit because they're
They're just
tired
making
of.
stuff up.
Well, they're tired of Marvel movies, and I get it.
Yeah,
These movies
for
all
sure.
suck. There's no story, but that's besides the point. Just get over
Does
it. If you
Metacritic
don't
have
like,
the same shit? I guess yeah, it does.
yeah, Metacritic also is not very happy with this movie, but they're all pulling from the same shit though, because
So
they're
this is
aggregator
Frankie
sites.
Fiasco. He ordered a much darker, serious version that tested far better, but decided after the movie he was made that it primarily should be for the kiddies.
Who
So he
says
did this
that,
usual butcher job with reshoots
Yeah.
and turned a decent movie into this mess.
bro? Show me where he said that in an interview.
Show me the director's cut. Not
Yeah, show me the
So, like-
7-hour Peyton Reed cut.
So like this is the world is an amazing spectacle, but the writing feels 20 years old.
No, it doesn't.
What does that mean?
So it
Like-
feels like the same movies from 20 years ago. They're remaking the same old X-Men 3 The Last Stand shit.
But like when I heard jokes in here, I'm not like, oh, those were like I've heard that joke before.
Well, yeah,
like
'cause
it
nobody-
felt fresh.
Nobody made a joke about some fucking star from
About-
the 2000s or whatever.
About Baskin Robbins.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that shit's kind of tired though. Get that Baskin Robbins shit out of here.
And that old man, thank you, Spider Man, and then he's like, thank you, Gorgo Man, or
No,
I
no,
couldn't
no. He
understand
said,
what he said.
thank you. Didn't he just call him Bug Man? He said, thank you,
Yeah.
Bug Man.
You're the other bug one.
Yeah, you must be Bug Man. That's what
And
he
he charged him
said.
$12.
Dude, my whole thing was, why did they put that joke in the trailer? Because when it hit in the movie, when it got there in the movie, 6 people went, ha ha ha. And then that was
Yeah.
it.
I agree with that.
They wanted you to think like, oh, this would be a Stan Lee cameo if Stan Lee wasn't in there.
Yeah, but he doesn't sound like, I don't think he would have put on a Romanian accent for it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spider-Man.
But I bet you if he was alive though, that's the exact role he would have played.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, going back to the scene I wish was like the whole movie was when Jonathan Majors was in the he trapped Ant-Man and Cassie, right?
Yeah.
And then he's explaining his whole plan, like he's fucking whispering it. He's like he fucking force grabs them. Just
Right.
like that whole scene, I was
Yeah.
like, bro.
But you
I
can't
need
have
more of
that
this-
for 2 hours, though.
I need more of this menacing, dark, about to kill him and squeeze her fucking bones.
But like
He was
Ant-Man's
like
a
that most of
regular
the
guy.
movie.
Like
But-
he's a regular guy. Like what do you expect when someone's choking his daughter for him just to be like, all right, I'm gonna for an hour and a half, I'm gonna say no, and you're gonna strangle my daughter. Like
No, I'm saying like I need more. I guess I need more dark instead of funny. I guess that's my complaint with the movie. But
Bro,
you're
but,
right.
like,
It's Ant-Man.
You're in
What
the
was I
wrong
thinking?
right. You're in the wrong movie for that. This ain't no Dark Knight making jokes. Like
Yeah.
if the Dark Knight Rises had Paul Rudd comedy in it, sure. Yeah, this is out of place. This don't belong here.
Yeah.
But like, nah, you went into an Ant-Man movie expecting not the Marvel
The trailers
universe.
made it seem like it was about to be fucking dark AF.
Bro, they had the Spider-Man joke in it. What trailers made it seem dark?
I don't know, man.
Nah, it was your fever dream from being sick
It
for
was
2
my fucking
weeks.
fever dream. I guess.
Aesthetically,
It was
the
the
movie is
shadows
dark.
fucking
Like-
dreams.
During the quantum realm, it looks dark. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the CGI. Half the movie looks like straight dog shit. It looks so bad.
What do you mean?
Whenever there's like the space-looking starry background, looks like dog shit. It looks so
You
shitty.
just paint that bad boy on, dude.
But like when they're talking to the rebels, those scenes all look fantastic because they're on an actual set. I would imagine.
You're talking about the
For
big,
sure.
the big scale stuff.
Yeah, like when they first land in the quantum realm and it's just Scott and Cassie and like that sun starts to attack them, I was like, I hope the whole movie don't look like this because
He
I'm
tossed
gonna be
that sun,
pissed. He did toss that sun, but it looked like garbage, so I was taken out of the movie.
It reminded me some of the scenes of
Love and Thunder, because that also looked like shit.
Love and Thunder had the same scenes, but also so did Doctor Strange. Like,
The new one?
yeah, like I didn't like that first scene. I thought it looked wonky.
The first monster.
where he's jumping through the
Shima
other
Gorath?
Strange. Yeah, the
Oh
Superior
no,
Strange.
okay, that one. All right,
Yeah.
I know what
Like-
monster you're talking about.
They have an issue sometimes doing those like big scale monsters in like a lot of open space.
But I'm not
Like, the
even mad at.
background's
I
always
think the
weird.
monster looked fine. The background was terrible. The
But I think
background
in all
was
those
doo-doo
movies,
nut.
when they do big monsters, the backgrounds are shaky. Like,
Yeah.
they struggle with that.
Well, the fucking Taiwanese fucking artists that are working 37 hours a day and shit, they can't do both. You get a
Bro,
cool
they had-
monster or a cool background, and that's it.
They
Yeah.
had
kinda,
so many
honestly.
fucking VFX companies on this shit. It was crazy.
They had to. It would never got done.
I mean, and even then, half of it looked bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought Paul Rudd though was honestly fantastic for this role. I think it felt like Ant-Man, and like the moments where he was serious, I felt he was actually serious. Like I didn't feel like nothing felt forced. When he was the scene that was weird is when he's big because the way they echo it sounds weird.
That has nothing to do with his acting performance, though.
I know, but
you just switched topics real hard.
yeah.
I don't think it sounds weird. It's supposed to be booming. It's supposed to like echo like that because it's so loud. Because it's coming out of
Yeah.
a bigger projection.
Yeah, it sounded stupid. I don't know what to tell you.
I think you sound
I mean-
stupid. That's some shit that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
If you'd have wrote that in
That's
the
the
review,
critics.
yeah, that's some critic shit.
Yeah.
It sounded stupid. I hate it.
I did hate it. It sounds stupid. Outside of that, when he was normal size, man, fantastic.
I don't know. I think I think these movies are a little tired. Like the quippiness is a little tired. I agree that they do need to get a little like it'd be cooler if they were a little more serious.
Like, I'm
yeah.
surprised Kang was like, "Oh, whoa, I did something wacky." Woo.
Did he
I'm
do
surprised
something
he didn't do
wacky?
that. No, I'm surprised he didn't do that.
Do it? Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't like make him sit on a whoopee cushion or some shit. I
Tap
don't
dance
know.
or whatever while he's up
Yeah.
on the chair.
Some random shit, you know?
He almost does feel out of place though in this movie because it feels like
he's
he's the only one taking it seriously.
yeah.
It's the one theater kid who's acting real hard. He's really acting
Acting
up
his
there.
fucking chili pepper hard.
I mean,
and shit.
Janet's serious the whole time. Even when Bill Murray's telling jokes, she's like, "Bro, not fucking now."
I
Like,
mean,
we
yeah,
don't got time.
she also feels a little out of place. Everybody else is kind of like, oh wow, the quantum realm, click, click, click. This
Everyone
is so
else is on a
cool.
wacky adventure. They're
Yeah,
not.
Yeah,
those
like
two were not.
Hank is the whole time was like, "Man, I never knew this could happen." Like,
And he's like, I
Yeah.
got something in my fucking ear. Ugh, I wonder if this will come back later in the movie.
You trying to fuck my broad, dude?
No, I
I
get it.
seen
She's
that.
got needs.
I seen that and I was like, "Oh yeah, his hearing aids messed up because they're in the quantum realm." And then he said the same thing, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
I mean, the foreshadowing was a little heavy-handed for sure.
It was.
Because even
So-
the ant thing, when the ant thing broke open and they went into a different hole, I was like, they're gonna use those ants later.
Oh, I didn't even notice it.
What? Really? I felt like
Yeah.
they really
He
just
slides
bonked me
off
over
of
the
it and
head.
it breaks, and I'm just like,
You
All
see
right,
the ants
where's he
go into a
going?
different
Yeah.
hole, yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh man, I wonder how they're gonna win.
How are they gonna come back?
This ants thing though made me think of the rats thing though, like because 10,000 ants did work.
No, that was 10,000
way more,
ants
right?
that went into the future, dude. All right, the rats.
They had
didn't go into
lasers
the
on them,
future.
dude.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you, 10,000 rats would KO a whole army is looking like though.
if they aged 10,000 years in a day,
Not
yes,
even,
they
dude.
absolutely would.
You know
If
how
they
many
created a techno-mechanical society, I forget how they called it.
It is
Yeah.
techno-mechanical socialistic society.
But how did Michelle Pfeiffer so Janet? How did she not realize they were building all this like in her own room? Like she just like them 3 kids are just.
What do you
hanging
mean?
out?
It's in the basement. Yeah.
She gonna never go to the basement.
She's
Bro,
scared of
she
the
was
basement.
she was fucking polishing the bean. She wasn't worried about them.
Yeah,
They're like,
I
oh,
guess.
finally, I don't have to worry about a goop
Also,
monster
so
attacking me.
who built it? It was Hank, Cassie, and Hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just mad geniuses. I know Hank is. I don't know
Well,
about Cassie though.
Hope has Hank's genes, so you can assume
Yeah.
she's also a mad genius.
Yeah.
But
I
I
guess she
mean,
does run that company, so Hope and Hank are fucking geniuses.
yeah, they were there. They were probably just like, yeah, now you want to fuse that and that, and
But
then they watched
also
her do
too,
it.
like Scott's not an idiot. He plays an idiot, but he's actually really smart. Like
But
and
he's
then-
not. Whoa! He's not genius level smart though.
He's not fucking
he's
Tony
cunning.
Stark smart.
I wouldn't call him smart. He's cunning.
No, I think he's like because he's an actual like I'm pretty sure wasn't he like an engineer or something before he got caught? Like
No.
he has a
Dude,
he was
worked
just a
at
thief.
Baskin Robbins, dog.
I don't think so. I mean
Yeah.
he did work at Baskin Robbins, but that's after he went to jail.
I mean, maybe there's like a throwaway line where it's like, yeah, he was an engineer, but Eric's an engineer. I don't think he's building quantum level fucking conversion or like,
It's
come
true.
on. Just because you're an engineer doesn't mean you're a genius.
But like
Exactly.
he understands the process of I
Bro,
Ant-Man's
I
a
do
genius.
too,
Yeah, like,
and I'm an idiot.
all right, no, dude.
That's because he had the Hulk fucking teaching him the whole time, dude.
Yeah, like you gotta.
The Hawk
he's
turned
so-
into a baby, all right. The Hawk was struggling.
He
Tony
would have never
Stark was the
gotten even. He
genius.
would have never gotten to the point without the 2 of the smartest motherfuckers in the
Yeah,
universe. There,
literally.
No, he
Two of the
would have.
smartest.
He is-
It would
he-
have took him forever. But
he's
also,
not a
Cassie,
genius though. He's not.
Cassie studied all the books for 5 years straight. Right?
Yeah,
so
she
he was gonna
fucking
figure it out eventually.
Flipping.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, when you have like the 2 most like experts on a topic, though, it's not hard to like build that technology. I feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right, Joe. I think it was just Hank and Hope. Hey, now you connect that.
Yeah, they
were
Ooh,
just-
you
they were
did
watching
it.
over.
Scott Lang is a brilliant engineer with a master's degree in electrical engineering before he even became a thief.
Yeah,
Dang,
that's
shit,
only in the only in the MCU. I think that it's like that.
Yeah.
But like, I'm sure Eric knows plenty of dudes with master's degrees who are not smart enough to do something like that.
And let me tell you, school is way different than actual like
Dude, in
work.
fucking economics.
School.
But like even then, if those 2 weren't there, she would have never put it all together. She'd have been fucked.
No, she's been doing it for 50 years.
And
Like,
even then, she would have gotten an iota of the way there.
Should have looked like Michelle Pfeiffer by the time she was ready.
Yeah. You mean a dime?
well, I would say ain't bad.
You mean way too good looking to be fucking 70 years old or
80
however
years old.
She's drinking children's blood, right? That's the only way she looks at young?
Has to. Ain't no way.
There ain't no way otherwise, dude. Are you kidding me? Wait, are Hope and Scott not married?
I don't think so. When were they got married? She
Damn.
was gone forever.
I mean, so was he, but it's been months.
She's 64.
Man, that's a young 64. She's 34, 64. You know what I'm saying?
And Hope,
she's
a good woman.
69,
She ain't
64.
no con.
What? What are you talking about? He absolutely is a con man. He's a thief.
She ain't married no con.
She's gonna
He's
marry
a
that
felon,
con.
dude.
He is a fucking
Yeah.
felon. What do you mean she
He
sleeps with him?
fought
Yeah,
Captain
it's one thing to sleep
America.
with someone, it's another thing to marry them. All right.
Nah, get the fuck out of here. I do love
There's levels
though.
to this.
I love how Scott's like, I admire you to Hank, and then later
Yeah.
on Hank's just shit talking him hard. He's
Yeah.
just dogging him.
But he read his book, man.
Yeah.
Dude, he was so that face Paul Rudd made. I was like, this is so good when he was like, "Oh, you read my book."
Every goddamn
little-
word or whatever he said.
That little grin he fucking did cracked me up.
I would have never thought I would never think if I was him that Hank would ever read my book. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
No, when he quoted it though, dude, that would made his life.
Yeah.
I like how they gave Hank the 2 cuss words of the movie.
No, didn't someone else say shit?
I don't know. I don't even remember him saying it.
2 people said shit. There were 2 shits. I was counting them.
You can get a lot of those.
I think it was both of him.
They might have been both him.
He looked at the broccoli man. He was like, "What the shit?"
Yeah, that broccoli joke got me though.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious.
But they consider like Scott Lang to be as smart as a regular person could be smart, and then there's obviously the geniuses that are like, because in superhero world, these geniuses are like next level intelligence, like Spider-Man, Tony Stark.
Yeah, but there's no
Bruce
way
Banner.
he's even regular person genius. Not this Scott Lang that we see.
Yeah.
No way. Because you don't even have to be a genius to understand a topic. You know, like the 3 of us are not geniuses, and we understand quantum fucking physics in so much as there are multiple personalities or multiple realities, and we're not geniuses. So, like, you know, you don't have to be that smart to understand.
But they portray him like people. That's what people I guess are upset about. There's like they portray him to be like almost dumb,
a bumbling idiot is what he's portrayed.
But it's because they have Paul Rudd be like this because it's all comical. Like they could let Paul Rudd be smarter in these movies.
Nah, ain't no way.
No,
I mean now it's too late. He's 5 movies in.
Yeah, he's only gonna get dumber. Actually,
yeah, it's set in stone. Yeah,
but they never portrayed him as intelligent at all. They just portrayed him as having street smarts. The only way that you would know he's intelligent is because fucking some little Mexican guy was like, hey, he's an engineer.
Yeah.
Watch this fucking shittily edited thing where I talk about other people.
This is the first Antman movie not to have that.
God bless America, because that shit was tired. If they would have done it again, I would have been like, come on.
It would have been out of place for this movie. Like,
no
what
shit.
What part are you talking about?
What's his name? Michael Pena, when he's like, yeah, I talked to my boy, and he talked to his girl, who talked to her dog, and that dog talked to his cousin, and that's how I know this.
Yeah.
Like I've never liked those parts in these movies, so to not have it here, I'm like, hell yeah. I mean,
in this movie though, when could it have happened? It would have been.
No, that's what I'm saying. It would have been when he was having a panic attack.
It would have been when Bill Murray.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, Bill, you look like this actor who I know because I went to go see it with my cousin." And it's like, "Oh my god, Michael Pena, get the fuck out of here! We gotta fight Kang."
Got to.
All right. What else do we got? We got anything else, or can we go to questions?
I think we got it.
Nah, Eric's captain. Hey, wait. One more thing, and then it's a whole nother Apple presentation.
What were the 2 end scenes again?
The end scenes were we saw
all the
scene,
Kangs.
all the Kangs, and then we saw a scene from Loki. Yeah, where him and the best character from the TVA were watching. Oh boy, I'm assuming that's how he got his scars. Probably.
I'm assuming this is the original.
Test.
Is this the original Kang? Like the guy we're seeing in Loki?
Yeah, probably. This is probably like the template of all. Yeah, this is the Kang that He Who Remains was like, this is when I discovered it. But it's like old-timey. Yeah. And he said he discovered it in the 36th century, so who's to say? They're going to retcon it, I'm sure.
They're for sure. Because also, too, like, you have, like, the Egyptian Kang, because, like, the Kang goes back in time to rule, like, Egypt, and then he becomes, like, the Egyptian King.
What an idiot.
Yeah, what a weird time to try to
They don't even have guns.
Yeah.
When's the next season supposed to come out?
Massive amount of slaves.
Of Loki? I don't think they announced it yet.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm looking it up.
They've been shuffling things because of the lackluster responses.
They just did a reshuffle. They pushed the Marvels back to November from the summer.
Yeah, isn't Spider-Man pushed up now because it was supposed to be later? Like Spider-Man 4 is coming out sooner than it was supposed to.
Oh, I have no idea. I just heard news about the Marvels stuff.
Yeah, I guess the next one's supposed to be Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Right.
Is that the next thing that's happening?
They're trying to get James Gunn's fucking traitor ass out of here.
Yeah.
Throw that motherfucker in the bin.
Good.
Oh, I can't wait. I think it's going to be real. People love to hate on the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but
those are some of my favorites.
I don't think another
2 is fantastic.
No franchise in the MCU has as much heart as the Guardians.
No,
none.
Like,
I shed a tear when old boy died. When Yondu died, I was like, "That's my dad." No.
Even the trailer when they're like, you see people like, I'm like, okay, someone's probably dying, and then the music, the score, everything's so good.
Dude,
like,
when you see fucking, and I hate Chris Pratt. Fucking throw that dude in a hole somewhere and put some dirt on top. But when he's screaming over that operating table, I'm like, damn, bro, he's acting.
So good, bro.
He is acting.
Good. Yeah, dude. MCU makes some trailers, dude. They make
They
And
do.
then that joke about her eyes. He's like, well, he picked some good ones.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never seen that joke before. There's supposed to be a different trailer because I just seen it this one.
You didn't see the new trailer?
No, this is the first time I've seen
Bro,
it.
you gotta stop taking your ass to Marcus. AMC got the trailers.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, he makes the joke. Gamora's like, you seem to be in love with her more so than you are with me. And he's talking. She's talking about what's her
Nebula.
name?
Nebula.
Yeah,
Nebula.
yeah. And he's like, wow, I've never looked at how black your eyes are.
No. But this is the first time I've seen that trailer.
Oh,
this
okay.
movie.
You have seen this one, yeah.
Prior to, because usually see him once, and then I'm like, I go to the movies enough where I'm gonna see him a ton of times.
It just came out though, I think.
Was that not
new
the trailer that played at the Super Bowl? I didn't start watching the
it
Super
might have.
Bowl early enough to see all the trailers.
They only
It
saw
might have been, but I know actually no, it probably wasn't because like the Super
It
Bowl
wasn't.
like they're like
Oh,
different
really?
trailers. Yeah, it's like the Super Bowl spotlight or whatever they call them.
Yeah, and it's
And this
10
is-
seconds or whatever.
Yeah, and this is like considered like theatrical trailer, either one or two.
It's got to be 2 because we've seen the other trailer a lot. I feel
I
like.
think it is 2.
Because they usually, and then they're going to start doing the Red Band trailers like coming up soon, and those are going to be way too spoilery.
Band?
Red Band.
Yeah,
no
I'm
one,
pretty
fucking
no
not
one's
safe for
saying
work.
fuck, dude. Yeah, Red Band is not safe for work. They usually
Yeah.
don't. They can't make a Red Band trailer from a Marvel movie. There's
It's a PG-13 movie. Man.
yeah, there's nothing in it to even Red Band it.
What was this
Nah,
rated? PG-13, I'm assuming.
Quantamania? Shit, it was probably G.
They're all PG-13 pretty much.
Well, yeah, they say shit, so you can
Yeah.
safely assume that it's PG-13.
True.
What are those called?
It's not Red
Yeah.
Band because the
No.
Red Band, it's like a different preview screen. It's literally red.
Yeah, I
It
ain't got
doesn't
nothing
matter,
else.
regardless. They're gonna make other trailers for like
Yeah.
Twitter and
When
Facebook.
it gets closer to the thing.
Yeah, and there's a name for them, but I don't know what they're called.
All right, Eric, you got anything else you want to bring up?
No, I
Yeah.
said I ain't got nothing else.
You wanna
Yeah, but
talk
that
shit
don't
about
mean
this movie
shit.
again?
I mean, we did kind of dog this movie a lot. I feel like that's what we do always when we like a movie. We always nitpick the stupidest shit to be like, I didn't like this.
But like,
You know, I didn't really like the way his voice echoed. That's like the
Yeah.
most minute, tiny detail.
Yeah,
The way Cassie breathed wrong. She was
she
just
was
out of
breathing
sync.
wrong, dude.
She was.
She held her big form for the first time way too long compared to Scott.
That's why she almost died.
Yeah, not even. She passed out for 2 seconds and then she's like, "I love you, Dad."
She
And
got
then
that
they-
young heart though. That's
And
why.
then she went back to war.
Hey, the adrenaline was pumping. She shrunk down. Someone probably like gave her a cracker, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm fucking jacked."
That guy probably gave him more goo.
Juiced.
Yeah, he did. Give her more goo. She drank that goo fast. She came out of nowhere, goo
ooze.
all over her shit. I was like, "Oh my god!"
She didn't even like question the goo.
Nah, she's like, "I'm
She,
in."
she should have explained that, like, Dad, drink the ooze. It's good for you.
No.
But he was having a panic attack still.
Yeah, out of nowhere, apparently he has anxiety. They didn't explain that.
He almost got killed by Thanos. I would
blip,
also
dude.
be having anxiety.
Nah, he took that shit on the chin. He's like, I'm just glad to not be in the quantum realm. I'm fine. All right, are we good then? I'm moving
Yep.
forward. And
They
once
gotta
we-
stop doing
forward.
these walking scenes in the end though. Like, okay, Doctor Strange did it, now Ant-Man's doing it. We get it. They talk to themselves in their head at the end of the movies.
yeah, but that's what comics is. Comics, you get their inner monologue all the time.
No.
Do you want a comic book movie or not, motherfucker? You
No,
fucking pick a lane.
I want a real movie that has comic book themes.
And comic book elements, yeah. I want pew pew and that's it. No inner
Yeah.
monologues. All right, James, what was your favorite part of Ant-Man and the Wasp? Quantumania.
The fight between him and Kang was pretty good. Like, I just like how serious it was. And I didn't think he was gonna die, but I was also like, they could.
But it was
They
close.
ever
should've.
were.
There was a second where I too was like, bro, are we about to see another one? Like
Because I was
another
like-
death? That's
So I was like,
crazy.
you know what though? They could just have Cassie or Hope take the mantle. They could kill him here.
They should have, man.
Now Hope, because we've seen Cassie.
That would have
but-
been the biggest misstep in the history of missteps if they would have removed him as Ant-Man. That'd have been
But
terrible.
yeah, I thought that was pretty solid.
Eric?
Jonathan Majors, hands down.
That dude steals projects. If he's in the project, you're not looking at
he even
nobody
did his
else.
signature look, dude. His signature mad face. He even did it.
Wait, which
He was
one?
mad.
What are you talking about?
His whole face, it was just mad.
He
Okay,
just
yeah.
puffs up.
Where it just puffs up. He goes full Jigglypuff.
And the dude was sweating the whole movie, man, for no reason.
Dude, there was the one scene though where he went from dry and then something happened and
Sweat.
he's sopping wet. Yeah, he was just the wettest
They're
thing.
Dude, he's from a different universe. They sweat different.
They sweat all of it all at once, and it's all in the face. He would die if he was on the Dune planet. He would just all of his
100%.
moisture would be gone.
No, he'd be good though. He'd filter it, dude.
They don't ever. The mask, I feel like, doesn't go high enough on the face, dude. He started sweating from his hairline, and it was just raindrops coming from his shit. He doesn't even sweat from his body.
So real quick, if anybody's watching, they can watch the short. So the short currently has 1.7K views.
Yeah, you can pump those rookie numbers up, whoever's watching.
Yeah, and we got some more subs. We're at 159.
Oh shit, that's 4 more than it was yesterday when I checked on the toilet. Hell yeah.
That's the best time to check.
It really is. You're not doing nothing else.
Yeah, time to kill.
Yeah. Jonathan Majors is also the best part of this movie. My man is just, he was tailor-made for this role. He feels like a conqueror. He feels like
he's gonna. Yeah.
If you met this man on the battlefield, you should just kill yourself. Just
all I'm saying,
take yourself out.
If I wasn't excited for Creed, I'm excited for Creed.
I mean, seeing him on the cover of GQ or Vogue or one of them where he's dressed up like a pirate from One Piece, I was like, Jesus Christ, I want to see this man hit somebody.
Seen that. I've seen him with his shirt off on a magazine though, and dude's just huge.
And no, it was from that magazine, and one of the outfits he has is modeled based off of one of the villains, I think, from One Piece, which is super cool.
Gotcha.
But he's super
he's
into.
a fucking nerd.
Yeah, he's a weeb. I'm pretty sure.
That's why him and Michael B. Jordan are friends.
Yeah. What was your least favorite part, James?
The Cassie interactions. Like sometimes it just the jokes weren't landing with her character. So it's more so like when she was kind of serious, it was fine. But like they try to make, she doesn't have any comedic timing. Maybe it's, I don't know what it was.
They had to have filmed her on a different day.
On a different screen, in a different state,
talking to a different actor. Someone else was reading it from off screen. They were like, "Respond to this joke." I mean, that's how it felt. It felt totally disconnected. Eric,
how Janet and Kang were 2 different characters in this movie, or they felt out of place.
Yeah, but they were in the movie you wanted, Eric.
They were in the movie I wanted. 100%.
Could you imagine if this movie was just like? All of it was just Kang and Janet, like the whole time that they spent together,
They're
not
like a buddy cop.
Except it ends in tragedy, where she's like, "My buddy is also a genocidal maniac."
But that movie could have happened, and then the end of the movie could have been her getting pulled out.
Oh, that'd been so cool. Give me a 3-part miniseries of that. I'll watch the shit out of it.
Yeah, we're gonna get that for those special premieres they do, like the Guardians.
Yeah. I'll even just take it on the Blu-ray. Give it to me on the Blu-ray. A whole separate disc where it's just their adventures together.
Well, and apparently the serious cut that's out there that the guy said instead I'm gonna sell this movie to kids.
Which, like, what kids are? There was one kid in my audience, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up. He was like,
"Bro, same.
Why are they doing that? Why are you killing all those people?"
There was this guy brought in 2 of his kids, and then I think he was crying when Jonathan Majors was getting serious, like crushing him. He started to cry.
Oh my god!
I'm mad at him.
Jesus.
I'm mad at him. Get those fucking kids out of here.
I am mad at him.
So there was
I was almost like, "Hey,
yeah, shut the fuck up."
Yeah, there was a dad that brought his kids. Like, so it was a couple of dads that brought like 2-3 kids or whatever. In the beginning, the ones were talking, but then they stopped. But then the other ones, the dad kept, I don't know, he has tough bladder, I guess, small bladder.
Tough bladder, kept, like, built like stone.
Yeah, and then he kept going in and out, like him and his kids. And I was like, bro, watch the movie or don't.
He was doing cocaine, man. He wasn't taking a piss. Yeah,
his kids were just like running in and out of the theater, and I'm like, there's no way you got to use the bathroom that much.
How did we all 3 have a shitty movie going experience, and it took us an hour and 18 minutes to talk about it? That was the least of our worries.
Through the shitty movie. Dude.
Yeah, that is what it is. Well, the dad of the kid who wouldn't shut the fuck up was checking his stock portfolio halfway through the movie, bro.
Dude.
It was halfway through the movie.
I'm gonna let him know they're still down.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my god, my Tesla stocks are down." And his wife 100% was like, "Can we go out to eat afterwards?" And he was like, "No,
Oh
we
my
fucking
God.
cannot. You'll be lucky
We
if I
gotta
let this
eat at
kid."
home.
Yeah, we do got eat at home. All my eat
Terrible.
is tied up in Bitcoin right now.
And I'll let you know that the two-factor whatever authentication's gone. All the stocks are down.
Yeah. Oh my God, ridiculous. What's my least favorite part? I don't know. I think it was just Cassie. I like this movie enough to where Cassie was my least favorite part. That and the shitty green screen every once in a while. Dog shit.
I think she's gonna be better with the younger characters. Like I could see her playing off better with like Haley Steinfeld and like stuff like that.
Will she though? Because Haley Steinfeld's just gonna steal the scene.
Well, Haley Steinfeld's gonna be the best young Avenger out of all of them. But like,
we haven't heard Hulk Jr. talk, so that's not true.
I mean, they gotta get rid of him already, dude. Like, we hate the way he looks.
What are you talking about,
Dude, no one wants that coconut head shaped boy, dude.
I'll take coconut head. I'll take coconut head. I want him. I'm not gonna be one of those sweaty neckbeard people who hate She-Hulk. I like everything that show did. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
She-Hulk, man. Talk about a masterpiece.
You ain't lying. I loved it. The Kevin robot, it was all good.
that part was funny as hell.
All of it. We won't stand for She-Hulk slander here.
It's okay.
No, it's great. It was so funny.
I think the last great movie is probably Spider-Man: No Way Home.
The last great movie, absolutely.
You didn't like Wakanda Forever though?
It wasn't great.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty great.
No way.
And the last TV series that was good was She-Hulk.
I liked all of those.
You didn't
shows.
like Miss Marvel?
Not as much as She-Hulk.
No, but that's not what you said. You said the last good one.
I thought about it, and I was like, I don't really actually know what happened in the Oscar Isaac one.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be
Miss
a mind
Marvel.
fuck. That's why.
That one starts off the best, but then it gets like the first two episodes are fantastic, and then they don't know where to go with it.
Of which one?
Moon Knight.
Oh, I still haven't watched either one of those series because I was like, man,
Don't.
I'll see him sooner or later.
To me, Hawkeye's still my favorite one.
You are in the minority of that, though. Which is so weird. I guess you're in the minority for
which one,
both.
James?
Hawkeye.
I
think
love
Hawkeye is great too, but not very many people liked it at all. They thought it was doo-doo. What? I said my least favorite part.
Yeah, you said your
All right,
least.
cinema score questions. Would we rent it? No.
Nah.
Would we buy this movie physically?
No.
Nope.
I would. Would you buy it digitally? No.
Nah.
No.
Would you buy it in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, Vudu in the Ant-Man 3 movie pack?
No.
Because that's how they would sell it. I absolutely would not do that.
Dude. $3 for. I mean, $5 for 3 movies.
No way. I'm paying
Still.
$5 for the one. I'm cracking the other two because they're mid. crack, and throw them away. Would you put this on in the background while people are over? Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost any Marvel movie you can throw on. They're all made for kids, so
And-
you know.
Yeah, there's no story, and they're all just moments. That's all you're watching them for is the
Exactly.
moments. Would you watch this again? I'm gonna have to at some point.
Maybe if I bang, 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 all three of them.
I know I'm gonna have to because like I feel like I'm gonna watch like Loki or like it's
Yeah.
gonna lead up to it later on, and one of these quantum characters gonna come back. I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Let me go watch this movie everybody
Huh?
hates. All the critics hate.
When Bill Murray comes back,
I hope not. Leave that dude in that squid's mouth. I want no part of that, man.
that was pretty funny.
And 2 of us recommended it. The other one did not. You had to have seen that part
comes on
already.
Disney Plus.
You're crazy. You got to see it in the big screen. It hits different.
Just get a big screen at home. Easy.
I didn't know that's how we were. Have we always been like doing the question that way? Like, would you see it in theaters?
Eric clearly
No.
has been doing the question that way. Yeah. I do it purely on a recommendation base. Should you see it? Should you not see it?
Yeah, because if we're doing solely based on theaters, I got to go back and redo half of them.
I'm sure
No.
all of them are no for you, probably. Yeah.
It's still no, but I only added that for this one, I guess.
Oh, you're crazy.
The theater stipulation.
But like, this one's better in theaters.
I would,
think.
but I also argue. I would argue that this is at minimum B tier for Marvel movies. Minimum. That A tier is a hard nut to crack.
Did we review
Yeah.
Eternals?
Yeah.
If I go back and look at that, Eric, can you say you
Yeah.
should watch that though?
No, we weren't doing the. We weren't. Oh no, we were doing recommendations. We just weren't doing the thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I hated Eternals though. So don't watch Eternals. Watch Ant-Man and watch Quantamania.
What did I rate fucking Eternals?
I'll tell you in a second. Because it's ratings now, baby. Let me get the rating stock up. I mean, there's no reason that this movie should ever be in the same discussion as Eternals, though.
This movie, there's no way it's.
Hey, am I looking at the wrong thing?
Eternals is doo-doo, especially compared to this.
This shouldn't be the second.
Oh no,
worst.
we didn't review Eternals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fake fans.
What the fuck happened there?
Didn't that come out?
You know what? We probably saw that movie and saw something else, and we're like, we should review this other thing. There's no way we should be reviewing Eternals.
What's the last Marvel thing we did?
Last Marvel thing
Doctor
had to have
Strange?
been Black Panther.
Yeah, Black
Wakanda
Panther,
Forever. We reviewed it, episode 121. I mean, we also reviewed.
I gave that an 8.
You did give that. You gave it an 8.25. James gave it an 8.5. I gave it an 8.25.
This movie is only 0.1% higher on Rotten Tomatoes.
Then Eternals?
Yeah.
Terrible.
But it's also like 12 points higher for fans.
I
So
know. Eternals 2, I gave a 7.
Eternals is 12 points lower, sorry.
It's got a 72% audience score. Eternals?
Okay, no, it has 77. I don't know what Ant-Man's
84
Oh, I
for
thought it was
Ant-Man.
higher.
Eee.
Yeah, so this
People like Eternals? What? I'd rather watch.
It's only because it's Jon Snow.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And that's the first time you hear Blade's voice, so they're like, "Oh, it's so good."
And the sex scene, they're like, "Oh,
wow, someone finally got to nut in the Marvel universe."
So the audience says this is for Eternals. It's a different kind of Marvel movie, but Eternals still contains all the action, humor, and heart that fans are looking for.
Who the fuck said that?
That's the audience consensus.
Yeah, those audiences can sense my balls into their mouth. We're gonna have to wait 70 more reviews to change these. I'm looking at these scores, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now, Bros doesn't deserve a 7.75.
Was I low on Bros? Who's low on Bros?
No, I was low on Bros.
Yeah,
you gave it an 8.
Holy
Eric
shit.
gave it an 8.5.
What'd you give it?
That's crazy.
7.75, and I think that was a little high. Krampus deserves a 2 instead of a 4.
I thought the other way around. I think Bros is still good.
Yeah.
I think it's good. 7.5, 7.25, that's still a good movie.
I feel like almost every movie's a 7. Like,
nah.
Well, spoiler alert.
Krampus wasn't no 7. I'll tell you that.
No, Krampus sucks though.
Yeah, Krampus does suck.
People 7s across the board.
Yeah, I think it earned that 7 though.
Wait, what? Alex gave it a 9?
Alex did give it a 9. She said that. All right, let's do Ant-Man because we're off track. We can talk about this later, a different day.
All right, I give the Ant-Man 3. 7 out of 10. Jonathan Majors puffed up mad face.
7 out of 10, huh? James,
when you said Ant-Man 3, I thought you were giving it a 3.
I also thought you were giving it a 3, bro. I was throwing the fuck off. I was so confused. I was like, I know we do-dooed on this movie a little bit, but Jesus Christ.
I know I complained about not using the bottom half of the scale, but dang.
Yeah, jeez. James, what do you give Ant-Man 3?
I
3.
give Ant-Man number 3,
There
the
you
third
go.
installment in this franchise, a 7 out of 10. What does she want? Like cookies or something like that? Like she's like
Citrus.
Oh, citrus.
No, yeah, she's like, I just want a lime. And he goes, citrus, am I right? Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought you liked
Only
this movie more than me,
funny.
James.
I mean, you like this better than the second one. What do you give Ant-Man 2 then?
A 7.1.
You said you liked this movie better than the second one. You said that earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so I don't know. Probably it has to be like a 6.5 then.
We're talking about Paul Rudd and Ant-Man, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like you're a super fan.
But no, like
He's wising up.
Ant-Man 2 has like less of a story. It's just paid off by the end of the movie because it pushes the whole MCU
universe forward.
Some could
Yeah.
say the same thing about this movie, you know?
Yeah, they can, and that's why one's
I
a
mean,
6.5, one's a 7.
And I'm definitely giving this one a 7.25. 7.5, pushing the universes forward out of 10.
But like, I would give one probably like a 7.5. That's what I thought you were. Yeah.
No.
So-
I was talking about 2. Because
Based on your scores, I changed mine to 6.5 now.
wow, really? What did you think we were gonna give it, Eric? I'm so confused.
I thought you guys were gonna give it 8s and shit.
8 ain't no 8, brother.
No, this movie's a 7.
Never mind, I
No,
changed it
8.
back to a 7. Yeah, never
God
mind.
damn it, you fuck!
I
You
got
change it back, motherfucker. You're in the sheet.
I did.
I think the thing is like, so Cassie has a lot to do in this movie,
and she's
like,
terrible at
It's
it.
a major
Yeah.
role, yeah.
like if she would have killed it in this movie, it would have been different.
Now I'm looking back at the scores. Do I really like this movie more than I liked Hellraiser 2022? I like that movie a lot, and I only gave it a 7.
Yeah, I looked back at Doctor Strange. I gave Doctor Strange 2 a 7, but I think I liked
What number is
Doctor
that?
Strange 2 better.
I gave it an 8.5, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
What would I give Doctor Strange?
An 8.
Yeah, that's fine.
You were the one that just doo-dooed Doctor Strange. You said
I mean,
stop
that movie's also a 7. Now that I think about it.
Well, you better wait 66 more reviews to fucking change that answer. None of us gave Inglourious Bastards a 10. That's pretty whack. I'm just looking
You
back
hated
at all this.
Inglourious
Which number is that?
Bastards, I know.
No, what? What are you talking about? I sucked that movie's dick. I give
I
that
don't
movie
think
a
you
9.
did.
We all gave it 9s. Yeah, what the hell?
I felt like the review though, you didn't love it as much as to get a 9.
I just said earlier that whenever we like a movie, we always nitpick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what we do with every movie that we
The
love.
movie isn't a 9 though.
Yeah, that movie's a 10. You're crazy. That
Yeah, I
movie's-
wonder what we did, or like what. So we had to talk about something, and we're like, yeah, you're right, it is a 9.
I really hate how much German they're speaking. It's totally a 9 out of 10.
I really do hate Nazis.
It's
But
probably
wait,
the fact.
go ahead.
It's probably the fact that not enough Brad Pitt. Like they should have gave more Brad Pitt time.
It also might have just been, oh man, for me, I personally have been handing out too many 10s, so I'm just gonna give
Yeah.
this a 9.
And Eric doesn't like to give 10s.
Not
in
Eric
general.
hates giving 10s. But what you can give a 10 is this podcast on all podcasting platforms, and give it a thumbs up on YouTube and share it with all your friends.
Ring that bell.
Yeah, go ahead, ring that bell, smash that notification. Help me, please. Make us a Patreon, make us a GoFundMe. We're all poor. We need the money.
Money talks, bullshit walks.
But thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerLaterTV and youtube.com/@SoonerLaterTV for our review of Antman and Wasp Quantamania. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all social medias @SoonerLaterTV. If you couldn't catch us live, don't worry. You can listen to us on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. Oh my God, I thought James was frozen, bro.
I thought you were done. So I was gonna go say bye, and then you kept going. So I was like, I'm gonna stay here.
I
Until
mean, I was doing the thing, but then
Yeah.
I look over for a second and I was like, my internet died again. No.
no, my bad.
Our episodes are recorded live every Sunday and uploaded every Wednesday. So tune in next week for our review of something. We don't know yet, I don't think. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.